Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drury, and this is my video for Module 5. I searched the American History and Life of Full Text database for information on Francis T. Nicholls. Nicholls was a two-term governor of Louisiana from 1876 to 1880, and then again from 1888 to 1892. He's a very interesting and multi-talented man. He was a West Point graduate, a veteran of both the U.S. Army and the Confederate Army, a general, legal scholar, a lawyer, a judge, and a plantation owner, among other things. Today there's a state university named after him, Nicholls State University in Thibodaux, Louisiana. But unfortunately it's not very well known within Louisiana, and certainly not very well known outside of the state is either. He was born in August 20th, 1834 in Donaldsonville, Louisiana, and died January 4th, 1912 at age 77 near Thibodaux, Louisiana, and he's buried down in South Louisiana. So you can see he lived in, to paraphrase the old Chinese curse, in interesting times. A little background on him: after he graduated from West Point in 1851, he served with the U.S. Army in Florida and the Arizona Territory. He resigned and returned home to Louisiana to study law and attended what would become Tulane University Law School later on. He passed the bar after attending for only one term. Later on, he would be granted Tulane's first LLB in recognition of his knowledge of the law. He's considered a very good lawyer. Practiced law until the Civil War broke out, and he raised a company and was eventually promoted to brigadier general. He did lose his left arm, much of his left leg, and one eye in battle, but refused to quit the Army. Turned down a promotion to major general, saying that one-legged, one-armed major general wouldn't be much good. After the war, he became a judge, even serving on the Louisiana Supreme Court. Two of my references discussed Nicholls' life. C. Howard Nicholls, Some Notes on the Military Career of Francis T. Nicholls in Louisiana Magazine, discusses his military career from the time he went into the, well, actually before he went into the military academy, kind of giving some background on how that happened, and then through the end of the Civil War. General Nicholls himself made light of his time in uniform in both the U.S. Army and Confederate armies in letters he sent home. He once wrote that he'd been wounded in every battle he was in. Then there's Garney W. McGinney's Francis Tillou Redding Nicholls, His Humor and Zest for Life, which gives some background on the man himself, and it was in the North Louisiana Historical Association Journal, and it was taken from notes that were made in the 1930s by a biographer who never published a biography but had access to Nicholls' letters and papers and interviewed his children. Unfortunately, the plantation house burned down just days before Nicholls' letters and papers were to go to an archive. They were lost. Only the biographer's note cards remain. But the author does give several examples of humorous Nicholls and his love of jokes. Finally, there's Ronald King's A Most Corrupt Election, Louisiana in 1876, and Studies in American Political Development, 2001. Discusses the election of 1876 and Nicholls in that election, which is the one that brought him to the governor's mansion in Baton Rouge. There were illegalities not only in Louisiana, but if you know about that election, it was resulted in the Compromise of 1877, which was kind of an unwritten deal informally arranged among the United States congressmen that settled the intensely disputed 1876 presidential election, and it resulted in the United States pulling federal government troops out of the South and ending the Reconstruction era. Republican Rutherford E. Hayes won the White House. So it was a very important election, very important time. All right, thank you for watching my video. Look forward to reading your comments, and may the Lord bless you.